What's up, everybody, man? Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to a new video, and welcome to part 3 of our PO420 error code series resolution of what's going on. That's a long title, dog. But let's get into the stage 2 of what I got going on, and let's see if we can come to, hopefully we can get some action in this mug. So let's get it cracking. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do here. So just in case you're new to the channel, you're new to this little series, if this is the first video watching, let me kind of give you guys a quick synopsis so far of what we've done. I got a whole series on that. It'll be linked at the end of the video for you to click on. Kind of got it all in the series, but I'm gonna give you the Cliff Notes version of what we have done to the car so far. So of course, you know, I got to look at my little cheat sheet and all of that, so I can make sure I hit all my points. So first thing we did is I ran the E85 completely out of the car, and I put 93 in there. So now there still was a little residual E85 in there, so I ran that all the way down to 3/4 of the tank. No, not 3/4 of the tank. I'm sorry. I ran it all the way down to a 1/4 tank. So now once I got to that 1/4 tank, that's when I put this product in there, this Cataclean. I put this in there, ran that in there. You got to run it concentrated with 4 gallons in the tank. You run it concentrated for about, it says 10 to 15 miles, but I ran 25 miles on it. So we ran it to that point, and then after that, after you run it to that distance, then you fill it back up with your fuel, which I filled it up with 93 octane. The way it dilutes it a little bit, so it's still doing this cleaning thing. So throughout that process, I ran it down from full tank to 3/4 of a tank to see if the error would clear itself. It did not, so I cleared it myself. And when I cleared it, hold on, wait, let me see. Well, I'm giving you the synopsis. You can look at the other videos. You want all the details. Anyway, so ran it to that point, cleared the code, and within 8 miles, bam, the code came right back. So failure. So at that point, is that where we at? And that's where we was at the second tank, and then, okay, cool. All right, so now we at that point. So now, next thing I did, so this is days after I already did all this stuff. So okay, so I did I put the new O2 sensor in there. Now when we ran the scan too long, we took a look at we saw what it looked like and what it was reading, and it appeared that it ran good. So at some point in the video, we are going to take a look at the because I wound up putting, I know I'm kind of babbling, I'm kind of all over the place. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure I'm getting all this out. So tell you guys what I did. I put the new O2 sensor in just for the hell of it, to see if it would change anything. I have to be honest, I didn't think it would do anything, right? So I put the new O2 sensor in there, and matter of fact, I can show you guys what the old O2 sensor looked like whenever I took it out. All right, let me take this off here. So this right here, that is the old O2 sensor, and that's what it's looking like. All right. So now, upon doing that, I ran it in the car from that 3/4 mark all the way down to half. So and within that time frame, which was, let me see, I got the mileage on there, god dog it. So I ran it to, and it was 164 miles, 164.8, which is basically 165 miles I ran on that with the new O2 sensor in there, till it ran down to half a tank. So and it still didn't clear the code on its own. So I was like, dang. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. I said, let me try and let me erase the code myself. So I erased the code. Once I erased the code, and that was at I'm looking at my notes here, 194. I'll be writing this stuff down, man. I'm trying to be as precise as I can with everything that I'm doing, so you guys can kind of see my process. So it was 195 miles when I cleared the code. So of course, usually if I clear the code, if I drive from my house to my job, by the time I get to my job, the code comes on. So rode it, no code. I said, okay. So, and I ran that to, matter of fact, I think I'm skipping some stuff in here. So when I got to the half a tank, it ran down to a quarter to 2/4. Yeah. No. Anyway, ran it to that point. I know I'm all over the place, y'all. Forgive me. So air didn't come back. Code didn't come back. Ride on it for quite some time. So I was like, well, dang, man, I got them all the way down to a quarter tank now. So I was about to just say screw it and just put the E85 in there because I want to have some fun with the car. And then the code never came back. So what I wound up doing is I put another 5 gallons in the tank, which took me just above half a tank. So now I'm at the point where I'm actually riding on it to see if the code is going to come back. So altogether, I think it's been 25 miles that I ran on it. Remember last time within 8 miles, the code came back. It's 25 miles, code still ain't came back. I'm still running 93. So I'm gonna run that in the car for right now. I'm just kind of giving you guys step by step. This is like days this is gonna take. But at this point, I'm at the point where I'm filled it up with some more 93. And I'm gonna run that from where it is just above half. I'm gonna run that all the way down to a quarter tank. Once I get to that point, if I still have no code, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some E85 in it, and I'm gonna run it up to E60, which is what the car is tuned for. And I'm gonna run it on that, and I'm gonna see if the code comes back. Because right now I feel like issue is resolved because it ain't came back. It would have came back real quick if that was the issue, but it's not. So right now, code has not come back yet. I'm still riding on it. So once I get to that point, I'm gonna fill it up with E85, and then I'm gonna see what happens after that and see if the code comes back. And then if it doesn't come back, then I'll conclude the video and I'll kind of give you my final thoughts and just my ideas on what it is. But until I do that, let's go ahead, let's get in the car and let's look and see what the new O2 sensor, what the graph looks like, and try and compare it to the previous O2 sensor and what it looked like when I put the graph on there. So let's go ahead and let's check that out. All right, y'all. So we in here in the car again, and trying to take a look and see what the sensors look like now that I've changed it out. So now looking at this, what I'm noticing, the difference between what I was looking at before, what we saw before, is how this number is changing. Hold on. How that number is changing. It's staying very close, but now I'm looking at the difference between where the line is. It seemed like it's at a higher threshold than it was before. Because I think last time it was reading at about, it was reading a little bit lower. The reading was. It was still within that threshold to a degree, but it's not switching as fast as it was before. Because it was switching a whole lot. It's not switching as much, but when it does, it's not going that far. Before, remember, it was hitting like 1 and it was getting a little bit higher than that last time, if I remember correctly. But I do realize that this line right here is reading higher on the graph than it was before. It was reading about, like, that's like, what, 2 blocks, just under 2 blocks. Before it was reading at, let me see, I got it kind of screenshot it on my phone here. That's how I was reading before. And then you see how low it is reading on that little graph on the blocks. So maybe that's what it was, or maybe the O2 sensor was going bad. I'm not too sure on that just yet, but I'm gonna have to look at it just looking at these readings. So that's pretty much what we got right there. Because right now, we don't have the code. The code ain't popped up. Okay, so all right now, y'all. So that's where we at right now. It looks good, and the only difference that I can see, because right now the numbers look fairly similar to how they were before, and they're still moving the same to a degree. It's just before it was going up to 1 a lot more than it is now. Also, the other thing that I noticed on there is that the graph previously read lower on those brackets, on the square blocks that's on there. It read lower, so it pretty much at a lower threshold than the new one is. It's running up higher, so it's running at where it needs to. So I'm guessing what it is just pretty much where on the O2 sensors what it's looking like. But until I'll run that gas out of there till we get to a quarter tank, and I fill it back up with 85. I want to see how it responds to that to make sure if the 85 is not what's fouling out. I don't know if that is what it is or not. Don't know. But this is me just trying to see, and I'm kind of taking you guys along on the journey. So give me a few days, and let's see where we at right then. But right now, that's kind of where we are. So it's gonna be mere milliseconds for y'all, but for me, it's gonna be some days until I come to a conclusion of what we got going on. So I'll see y'all then. Dog, what's up, y'all? So I got a quick update for you guys. So just to put it into a perspective for you, the last clip you just saw was filmed yesterday in the evening when I got home from work, and everything was good. So I guess you know what I'm about to tell you. Things went bad this morning. So when I got up and got to work, I got a little more than halfway to work. And dog, the freaking code came back, dude. Dang, man. So pretty much the code came back. I kind of was taking notes on the whole thing. So on my way to work, so when I got to like the 255 mile mark, this is on that same tank, that same second tank, right? The code came back on, and so pretty much, I remember the last time it came back after 8 miles. Well, at this point, it was exactly 60 miles, and the code came back, man. God, dog it, man. So that kind of sucks. So now we are back to the drawing board, man. Back to square one again. So
no, mm-mm, mm-mm, no. No, 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 hell no, 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 I refuse, no.
That's kind of what happened. That's kind of what happened with it. So the next thing that I want to do here is I want to get in the car. I kind of want to look at the scan tool to see what the sensor looks like, to see if if on the graph, if it sits down lower, if it's still high, then I guess that's going to be the difference between a new O2 sensor and one that's been used for like 4 years. So let me get everything set up real quick, and then we're going to get in the car, put the scan tool on it, and then we'll take a look at the graphs and see what it looks like. All right, everybody, I got it set up. These are the sensors we're looking at. We're going to go to chart and graph, and let's see. It's still reading high. It's reading higher up on there, and it's changing about the same. The number right there is changing about the same. The line looks about the same. I mean, let me check this other one. Now that one is still switching like it's supposed to, but these are the main two that I'm looking at, is these two right here and how they're switching. So like I said, crazy part is it's working within range, just kind of like the last one. The only thing that's different about this one and the one that was in there for 4 years is that it read a little bit lower on this graph. So yeah, that's what we're looking like. There's no difference. There's no change. It still looks the same. So yeah. Oh man. So let me wrap all of this up, man, and we'll go back to the bench, and then we'll chop it up a little bit more, and then we'll wrap up the video. All right, fam. So there we go, man. God dog it, man. I thought we made it, man. I said, oh man, we got off clean. Nah, we didn't. We didn't get off clean. So it looks like I may have to resort to putting the stock J-pipe on. Again, I'm kind of curious, what would the power loss be if, swapping to that with my current setup. And, really doing all of this is kind of like giving you guys like a heads up on what to expect if you do change anything, and if it's worth it or not to have to deal with certain things. But I'm gonna put that on there, so this may save you some money. The power that you get with just having the stock one on there may be exactly what you're looking for, or be good enough for you just to not have to worry about the headache that your boy's dealing with right now. But so that's kind of the reason why I'm doing it, just really because I'm curious to see, does it cost? Yeah, it costs, but gotta pay to play, man. But speaking on that, going back to the stock J-pipe, I did reach out to ETS, because from my understanding, the ETS, the Jesse cat that they have on their J pipe is rated to like I don't know how they rate cats or really understand too much how they do it, but I know it's rated at 400. I don't know what the carb one is rated to. I've been trying to look up information on that, so if any of you guys can find that information, that'd be greatly appreciated so I know. But and then I really want to see what the stock one is rated to, and it'll kind of put things into a little bit more of a perspective of what we dealing with as far as us popping that code. So if you guys got any information on that, please give me that. But again, I reached out to them to kind of ask them and kind of pick their brain on how their product works, try and get them to work with me on getting it. And they said, I said, man, will this solve my issue? And what he answered me back was that, man, they wish they could tell me that would resolve my issue, but they couldn't. So that for me, that means that they probably seeing that issue with their cats as well, which again falls in line with what Andrew was saying as well too, because he was saying that it's hit or miss. But like I say, like Cobb and all, they pretty much point towards the stock one. So let's see what that looks like. I'm gonna get with Cosmic Motorsports and kind of see what I got to do to set up for that and what's the process for that, because it could be the same process I have to do all over again. But I'll see what that is, and wherever I have that information, I kind of touch base with you guys and let you guys know, man, this is what we're doing and this is where we at. So if anything else changes between now and then, whenever I plan that out, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be it may not be that bad on money to get a retune for that, but I'll see. But that's pretty much what I got for you guys on this one, man. I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here until I can get educated a little bit more on what's going on or anything else that I could possibly try. Again, appreciate you guys, chipping in and telling me some stuff. If you can give me some information on what I asked earlier, that'd be cool too. So again, appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining me on this journey. And make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. Hit all so you get notified whenever I put out a video. And until that next video, fam, peace.